One day, Ryder visited his grandfather's old house. The fact that his grandfather had lived here always felt magical to him. Every corner seemed to hide a story. In the dusty attic on the top floor, filled with old objects and the scent of history, Kai explored shelves full of antique items until a drawer caught his eye. Written on the drawer were the words, "Forgotten Times." Curious, Kai opened the drawer. Inside he found old letters, yellowed photos, and a small clock wrapped in dusty fabric. This clock was not ordinary, it seemed to hold a mysterious secret. Intricate details and strange symbols were etched on it. When Kai held the clock in his hands, he felt a slight vibration. The back of the clock glowed faintly, revealing the words, "Time-stopping clock." A wave of excitement washed over Kai. He pressed the small button in the center of the clock, and suddenly everything around him stopped. The sound of the wind, the ticking of the old wall clock, the creaking of the wooden attic floor. All went silent in an instant. Kai held his breath, looking around, then stared at the clock once more, deeply intrigued. At that moment, he remembered the old stories his grandfather used to tell. It dawned on him that this clock might be a legendary time-traveling device. As Kai wandered through the streets adorned with bright neon lights, he noticed that everyone was wearing the same small device around their necks. Everyone moved in perfect unison, with no expression on their faces, as if they were being remotely controlled. As Kai tried to understand what this control system was, a hologram suddenly appeared. In bold letters it read, "No escape from the control system." Kai felt a chill run down his spine, but he also felt a strong desire to find a solution to this situation. Soon he was surrounded by black armored robots. These robots were the security officers of this future city, and they had noticed an unauthorized individual in the area. Kai, thinking he could rely on the clock to keep him safe in this world, looked for an escape route, but when he tried to activate the clock, it suddenly froze and stopped working. Kai had no choice but to run. While fleeing, Kai managed to hide in a small dark alley. Just as he was catching his breath, a hand grabbed his shoulder and a voice whispered, "Stay quiet, we must escape before they find us." Kai turned to find a boy around his own age. The boy's name was Leo, and he was a member of the resistance. Leo led Kai to a secret hideout. When they arrived, Kai couldn't believe his eyes. This hideout was a refuge for people who had broken free from the control devices. Leo explained to Kai the great problem in this world, how people's minds were controlled. "It's all because of the device on our heads," Leo said. "These devices control our thoughts, preventing us from making our own decisions. We want our freedom back, but we don't know how to achieve it." Kai felt saddened by the state of these people in the future, yet he was excited to help find a solution. Leo then said, "We've heard that there's a large central system that controls these devices, but reaching it is nearly impossible. There's only one hope. They say there's an ancient, mysterious clock. If we find it, we might be able to break the device's control." Kai smiled, showing him the clock, and Leo's eyes lit up. Kai and Leo decided to use the clock to infiltrate the control center. The center was located in a massive tower surrounded by countless robots and security systems. Leo whispered to Kai, "We've dreamed of reaching this place for years, but it was impossible without the clock. Now, hope has been reignited." Kai took the clock in his hand and pressed the button, transporting them both inside the center. This place housed the power source that controlled all the mind control devices. The area was filled with countless screens, buttons, and holograms. Suddenly, a giant screen lit up and a voice echoed, "Unauthorized entry detected." Kai and Leo quickly began to escape, but Kai's eye caught a massive button labeled Reset System. Kai adjusted the clock, sending a signal into the system. The clock disrupted the time loop within the system, emitting a signal that disabled the control devices. Within seconds, the devices around people's necks in the city began to fall one by one. People were finally free. For the first time, they began to act of their own free will. After successfully disabling the system, Kai and Leo noticed that the security officers were chasing them. They quickly ran towards the exit of the center, As they fled, Kai turned to Leo, thanked him, and adjusted the clock one last time. He said, "This is only the beginning. Always protect your freedom," and pressed the button. When he opened his eyes, he found himself back in his grandfather's attic. As Kai's belief in time travel grew, he became even more determined to uncover the secrets of the clock. This time he decided to set the clock to an ancient period, to the most mysterious times of the past, and continue his adventure. The clock would take him into the unknown pages of history, and each journey would bring him closer to becoming a hero filled with secrets and dangers.
If you liked the story, please don't forget to like the video and subscribe to our channel to watch other stories like this.